Hey everybody, it's Paula here and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create an NFT drop and have it on your own website with no code. That's right, you can lazy mint NFTs, set the price, put them up for sale, and put it all onto your own website with absolutely no code at all. And to do this, we're going to use Thirdweb. And Thirdweb is a no code and low code solution for different NFT projects. You're going to find a link below this video to Thirdweb. So do make sure that you click on the right site and that you connect your wallet to the correct place. So I've already navigated over to Thirdweb, and what I'm going to select here is start building. And once we start building, it's going to ask us to connect our wallet. Now, the example that I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you on the Mumbai testnet. That's the testnet for the Polygon network. Now, if you're not already set up on the Mumbai testnet, you can navigate over to Chainlist and you can connect your wallet straight, get the details for the Chainlist RPCs directly from there into your wallet. And you'll find a link below the video to that as well. So once you're set up on the Mumbai testnet, you're also going to need some testnet tokens. And to get some testnet tokens, all you need to do is to navigate to the Mumbai faucet. And in the Mumbai faucet, you can copy your account, put in your wallet number and say, send me some Matic. And that's going to send some Matic for you. So I'm going to close this now and go back to Thirdweb. So as I said, I'm going to connect my wallet and I'm using MetaMask for this. So it's going to allow me to collect my MetaMask wallet. Now don't forget, this is on the Mumbai testnet. So we can see up here, we are now connected and I am on the Mumbai network. If you're not in the correct network, you can select the networks from this address here. If you've never used Thirdweb before, the screen that you will be greeted with will be this screen here. What we were in a second ago was my dashboard because I've used Thirdweb before. And in here, we have all of the options available for us for the different types of NFT contracts that we can build and use with very little code, or in this case, no code at all. You see, they have options for NFT drop, which is what we're going to look at. There's marketplace, there's lock contracts, tokens, signature drops, and there is also edition drops. You can see down here then other NFT types like multi-wraps and packs. But what we're going to look at is this NFT drop, and this is an audited contract. So to do this, you don't even need to know anything about contracts. We know that this has been pre-audited for us. So I'm going to select this one. Now, what can this be used for? Well, this can be used if you're releasing some profile picture collection type NFTs, where each NFT has a different combination of traits. Or you can use it for NFTs of your own artwork and you want your community to be able to mint them for a price. Or you can create restricted access NFT drops where you only specify a list of wallets that can claim your NFTs. So there is more documents here that you can read through and get a little bit familiar with this. The contract that we're using is the latest contract, and I'm going to select deploy now. Now, when I select deploy now, this is going to set the contract up for us, and we're going to sign a transaction at the end of this. So you need to make sure that you get the setup stage right. So first of all, it is looking for a name. So let's call this YouTube test, and we'll give it a symbol YTT. And the description is example for YouTube video, and whatever other description that you want to give. Now, this is for the collection, for the entire drop. This isn't for a particular NFT. We also get to upload an image. And again, this is a collection image. It is not one of your NFTs. So I'm going to select upload file, upload this file from my computer. So we have an image uploaded here. Now we scroll down a little bit and we have the payout settings. Now it's important to remember that not all marketplaces will do the split for the royalties and everything else like that that you might have in your contract. And this is something that you need to look at if you're putting the NFTs somewhere else other than your own website. So the payout settings, this is where any funds generated by this contract should flow to. So first of all, you've got a primary sales address. And the address that is pulled in here is automatically your own address. So if you want the funds to go somewhere else rather than the address that you're setting them up with, you put it in here. After this, you then have royalties. So these are payments to the original creator on secondary sales. So again, you can specify the address and then you can add in the percentage in royalties that you want to pay on secondary sales. In advanced configuration, we see we have platform fees. And these are additional fees that you might be charging on primary sales that happen on the contract. Now, this is very useful if you're actually deploying a contract for a third party and you want to take your fees as a cut from this in your service. The final step here, so once you've made sure you've verified all of the details here, so this is the contract metadata. It is your name of the contract, your symbol of the contract, your description, image, and your payout settings, and also the network. Once we select deploy now, we will be given a transaction to sign. Once we sign the transaction, then the contract is set up and we're now able to set our claim conditions and upload our NFTs. So we see up here our contract name, we see our description, and now we have our contract address. If we click here, we have contract badge information. So if we wanted to just change how this looks when we copy and paste this contract, or copy and paste the contract badge anywhere, how it actually looks. So we could have a light one and it comes up light. So you can copy that and paste it anywhere. We now have a number of different windows. So we've Explorer, we have Events. So in Events, we see that we have basically created this collection. We can see the transaction hash and the block number. All events will happen in here. So if somebody comes along and mints one of your NFTs, you'll see it here under events. NFTs, and this is what we're going to look at now in a couple of minutes, is where you upload all of the NFTs. And we're going to do a batch upload of different NFTs. The claim conditions, again, is something that we're also going to look at in this video because you need to set claim conditions for this to go live. Permissions are anybody that has been granted access to work on this contract with you. And embed is something we're also going to look at in this video because once we've uploaded all our NFTs, all we have to do is copy this embed code. And when we've copied this embed code, we can then place it as an iframe on any website that we own. Really, really easy. So let's go back to the NFTs because we now need to upload all of our images and all of our NFTs. Now, this is an NFT drop, and we can see that it's audited. And we have an option for single upload. So if you're just uploading one image for this collection and there's going to be multiple copies of this image, you do single upload. If you have different NFTs, you need to do a batch upload. And that's what we're going to do now. So I've selected batch upload and it gives us the requirements next. So the requirements are that the file that we upload must contain a CSV or a JSON file with metadata. And you can download the example file. I'm going to go through that with you now in a second. The CSV must have a name column which defines the name of the NFT. The asset names, so these are the actual images. These must be in sequential number from like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, or as they show here, example 1, 3, 1. It doesn't matter where you begin once they're sequential. And that CSV file must be in this folder that's dragged in here. Now, there are other options, and we're not going to go through the more detailed options in this example, but images and other file types can be used in combination. They both have to follow the asset naming convention example, as we see here. When uploading the files, we'll upload them and pin them to IPFS automatically for you. So that happens automatically for you, but if you do already have them uploaded somewhere else, you can add an image or an animation URL column and then add the IPFS hash there. So you can download an example of the CSV file for that if that you are applicable to that. Now, if you want to make your media files map to your NFTs, you can add the name of the files to the image and the animation URL. So you can download the example of this as well. So we're going to have a look now at this download example file. And when we download the file and open the file, what we have here in the headers is name, description, external URL, background, YouTube URL, and then every one of these can be different properties, such as if you were doing a PFP collection and you had different hair color or you had different eye color, they all can be different traits, and each row will be the trait for that particular token. So I have already created one of these files for the sample data that I'm going to upload. And here's the file that I have created. So I've put in the name, the description, I've put in an external URL, a background color, eye color, and hair color. So you can see that these can be traits, and each row is a different trait or a different property. And the properties are then listed as per the NFTs. Now, these have to be in correct order as per how you're uploading the NFTs and the naming convention used. Now, we mentioned the naming convention a moment ago. So I've prepared my folder that I'm going to upload. And we see in here that I have named my files 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I've got 4 files in there and they're all sequential. You can't skip a number. You can't have 0, 1, 4, 5. You can, though, start at 100 or start at 1,000 or start wherever you want once these are sequential. So you put all of your art into a folder, and you also put the CSV file into that folder as well. And when you've done that and you have named all of your files, you can then drag and drop your files into the space, and this is going to upload all of the details for you. So we see we have token ID, and it's got that from the naming convention, the image, the animation URL, and we mentioned that when we were looking at the details for the extras. We have the names, we have the description, and then we have these properties. So this is all the metadata for this particular NFT, and we can see that it has uploaded the 4 NFTs for us. So once they have uploaded, we can then press next, and we're given 2 options. In here, we can reveal upon mint, or you can also have a delayed reveal. We're going to select reveal upon mint, and I'm not going to shuffle the order of the NFTs. It is an off-chain operation, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload these NFTs. I will be given a transaction to sign, and this is a lazy mint transaction. And I'm going to scroll down. It's cost me very little, and I am going to confirm. And this is now going to go ahead and mint these NFTs, lazy mint these NFTs, upload all of the images and all of the metadata. So we can see that we have had success and that the batch has uploaded successfully. Now the speed of this is going to depend on the size of your collection and the size of all of the files in the connection, and of course your internet speed at all. So that was very fast there for us. So we can see we now have 4 unclaimed supply. We have a total supply of 4 and a claimed supply of 0. The next thing we need to do is set up the claim conditions. So we can set up the claim conditions from this tab here. And we can see here it is saying that it is missing a claim phase. So while no claim phase is defined, nobody will be able to claim this drop. So I'm going to select Add Initial Claim Phase. And in here we can name the phase. So this is phase 1. You could have it as drop 1 or pre-list, whitelist drop, or whatever name you want to have. Then it's going to ask you when you want it to start, how many NFTs you will drop in this phase. So you can say limited. You may only want to drop 100. You may have a fixed amount you want to drop, and you can enter them in here. After this, then we are asking how much do we want to charge for each NFT. So this is in Matic because we're using the Mumbai testnet for this example. So we're using Mumbai Matic. So we're putting it into Matic, but you can use other currencies and charge other currencies such as Tether or USDC if you want to use a stable coin. So I'm going to leave it with Matic and say that these are 5 each. Next, we have the option then to saying, basically making this a public mint. So if any wallet can select it, well, then it is a public mint. You can also have Pacific wallets as well. And if you have a whitelist, you need to create a CSV file for this. And there is an example here of what to do and upload the CSV file here. I'm going to keep this at any wallet. Now we're asked how many NFTs can be claimed per wallet. So we want to change this to 1 because we only want each wallet to be able to claim 1 of our NFTs. Now, if we wanted them to be able to claim more, if we wanted them to be able to buy 4 or 5, you could have in unlimited and 4 and 5. Now, once we have these details in, we then select Save Claim Phase. And this will then go ahead and save this claim. We will have to confirm the transaction on the blockchain. And it is now saving. We see it is now successfully saved. And if we go back to our events, we can now see these have updated in our events. So we see we have our token lazy minted has been updated and our claim conditions have been updated. All that's left to do now is to take this and to embed it into your website using an iframe. So to do this, we go to the Embed tab, and in the Embed tab, we just need to select Copy to Clipboard. Now we can amend the width, the height, the style, the frame border, but there's not much else that we can actually amend in here. So I'm going to copy this. So I just want to show you now an example of when you paste that iframe into your website, how it actually looks. So this is an example here of how it can look. And let me just change networks for a moment. And you'll see that if you are on the wrong network, it will identify that you're on the wrong network. So you don't have to do anything. This is all done within the iframe. You're literally embedding it with the code that it's given you. So you select connect network, and I switch across to the correct network. And then we can mint, and this particular one is free. So if I go ahead and try and mint this NFT from a user point of view, I pay the gas fees to mint it. And this is how it will look to the users on your website when they're minting them. And now I've successfully minted. And the website will update to say that there's 6 minted and that we've already claimed that particular token. So it's that simple. You're literally copying this to your clipboard and you're pasting it onto your website. And you then have your collection that will allow your users mint the NFTs. Now there is an additional option where you can create gasless minting. So what is gasless minting? Well, gasless minting is where your users don't pay the fees. You absorb the gas fees for them when they are minting. And to do this, you need to enable this here, and you need to add a relayer. So if you would like to see that, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to this video, because in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a gasless mint and quickly embed it onto your website with absolutely no code at all. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye now.